You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
She's not even asking you anything. It's so easy to
There
just
is.
say.
Tell him it's a takeover. That's what the dialogue said I could do, so...
Is what you're about to say when a cold streak runs through your heart. Once said, there is no going back, Harry.
Don't... Oh, man, we're getting fucking... Every path we go down right now is a path of no return.
We gotta make decisions.
Hold on,
Yes.
what is...
What if something happens to her and you've left one question unasked? Sneaky little question.
We asked
that
everything,
escapes your
though.
eye.
It seems like if I say that, she's gonna get killed, is what this is telling me, though. Like, it's saying, if something happens to her, you haven't answered a question, she won't be able to answer them anymore, because she's probably gonna get killed.
Of course, Detective. You can always... Well, technically speaking, I'm not on it right now. Good.
I want to ride your boat, please. I want to ride your boat.
What?
There was a touch of this. She nods.
Of course. Of course.
Don't tell her you've met.
Of course. Anything.
Of
I am
course,
sorry,
of course,
Ted, but your
of
lessons in
course, of
basic.
course.
Glad to have been I fear I've told. Is there anything else? Oh.
Alright.
Is she gone from the dock at the other side when we go
I
over
think,
there now?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do an actual real save,
Okay.
but I think I'm gonna tell her now.
Yep.
You're back.
I agree.
Good.
Let's see what happens.
And I'll say my logic for wanting to do this as well is that Wild Pines is a shitty company, but the future Everett laid out for us in his ambitions seemed real fucking rotten for everyone in this city. So
yeah, seems worse.
A takeover.
Yeah, he's taking it.
If they're taking it,
Green livery, changing into red, blot by blot. Like a cancer of the blood, metastasizing.
then we're talking about a war. Everett needs to let me into the harbor at once. We need to talk about this.
Yeah, Everett wants it to escalate.
An insane goal. Cronell has 1,000 men on their payroll. The next batch will be a platoon of 20 men and a gunship. The one after that, 100.
I've seen the Union's forces. They are better organized than these mercenaries. They also have the support of the people of Revachol West. It will take more than Cronell to wipe them out. Wild Pines will need to send more and better equipped men. Make no mistake, ma'am. I am sure you have the money. The question is, how many years and how many lives are you willing to sacrifice?
What do you suggest I do?
Oh god, oh man, this is a lot.
The option at the bottom says, "I wish there was a disco option."
I don't know what are you?
Everything affects the decision-making process, Detective.
Officer?
Yeah, like so. Okay, so I don't think the it's a bluff call it option I think is bad.
I think all these options suck, dude. None of them are going to be good. Like, wiping out the people here sucks. The work is taking the harbor is going to be... I mean, that's exactly like I said. It's like, it's bad. Well, I mean, I guess if they take it without any bloodshed, it would be better than having a war, obviously, I think. At the same time, like, Everard basically saying he's going to conscript people into indentured servitude for life, it seems like, if they can't afford anything else.
Yeah, fuck, man. These are all bad, and then there are 2 joke answers at the bottom.
Yeah.
The rest of them are bad.
Fuck, I don't know, man. I don't know. I have no idea. Like, I'm gonna just say it's not my decision.
I think that's the one.
I'm gonna wash my hands of this, and whatever comes.
Yeah.
Of course. Your job is to clean up after them. And it looks like there will be a
I think that's the move. You gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm innocent. Anything horrible that happens to these people is no longer on me.
What will I do?
I am just doing my job. I am reporting the facts.
Did I ever tell you how they discovered this Isola? During our reality lowdown?
No.
It may be the only break we've ever caught as a species. The last one for 400 years. The nations who colonized this Isola called theirs Muindi, the world. It was all they knew, all they thought would be. That there would be something more was a gamble, akin to another world, or life after
I
death.
was fucking
The
right.
Pale was thought to be impregnable, perpetual. Irene la Navigateur, the Queen of Siren,
You
sent
were
8
right.
expeditions, one after the other, into the mass at the edge of the world. 5 of the crews did not return. 2 did, but had lost their minds.
Each of those expeditions would have been led by an admiral. Sounds like a purge. Like she was purging her political rivals.
That's kind of a sick way to do it, though.
There was no precedent for
Yeah.
such an undertaking. People thought she was punishing the admirals, or had gone mad, or both. Until after years of trial and error, and the development of a strict psychological regime imitating the creation process of poetry,
Called Volta Doma, or Return from the Sea.
the 8th expedition returned sane and intact. They told of a new continent of matter. They told the Queen and her counselor, Dolores Day, that the Pale had begun to condense, day after day, hour after hour, minute after minute, slowly raining down until it formed a vast ocean.
The air is cold and scented with petrichor. There are rain circles on water all around. Humidity crawls up your back like a piano trill. So does the lieutenant. His mouth is slightly open as he looks to the sky. The droplets feel warm, like spring rain.
The phenomenon has never again been encountered. For a time, the crew thought they were experiencing a hallucination. The mass hand proclaimed, "Lancielinde, Lancielinde," the signal to wake up. But they could not.
Alright.
They were sane and conscious, as islands began to appear on the horizon. There are 78,000 uninhabited islands in the Insulindian archipelago, officer. The freckled face of God.
You've thought it a million times.
A total shift in human comprehension of reality.
This is the most intently I've
On the
listened
second
to
day,
a
great
monologue
skewer was
for
shot
some
down
time
above the
in
flagship
this game.
Zarjik. The bird was preserved and brought back, along with pollen. 4 years later, the Queen's counselor was proclaimed Her Innocence Dolores Day, the elected world spirit. The age of humanism, internationalism, and parliamentary rule followed. We were high. On Caillou. The Pebble, the largest of the fertile, uninhabited islands of the northeast
Caillou.
Indian archipelago.
That little bald
4
freak.
centuries and 2
Yeah.
revolutions later.
His last act.
Shot dead. Cut down in the streets.
The first living, autonomous organism. Proof of reality. It's the symbol of Insulinde, detective. The coat of arms of the suzerain and the wings on the crest of the commune. In your defense, it is a nasty creature who plucks food from the throats of lesser birds. Yet much like Revachol, it is also magnificent and rare. Imagine the suzerain of seagulls. The nations of Mundi proceeded to discover 5 more Isolae. Or they discovered us. All in the rush of the great inter-Islary reconnection. But these others weren't uninhabited. We had to kill people there. Wipe out indigenous populations. Gunboat economies. Or they came to do the same for us. Or had done to each other. But here, there was no one but the Skua, the Liliat Saya, and the Blood Beach, and the River Esperance. It was the new world. The Mondials used it to amass the greatest concentration of wealth mankind has ever seen. Revachol, the suzerain, revolution, poverty,
Okay.
and the mercurial rise of capitalism. It is. Soon it will be spring and everything will blossom.
The gangs will run wild, jacking motor carriages, ferrying amphetamines through Coal City. Spring is tough in Revachol.
I will surrender.
Well, it's springtime. Time to get the drugs out.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Anyone got their damn coke?
She puts her hand
All
in
the
the rain.
crime lords
She
have been
sighed
hibernating for
a second.
winter.
We will see.
Ma'am, this may well unravel property law this side of the river. If that occurs, we may never see the end of this kind of confrontation. The next time there will be 2 strikes, then 4, then 100.
What happens will happen.
The fuck was that?
Her untying the knot, I guess.
The age of capital has only begun. I will talk to my employers in person. We will amputate and cauterize Martinez. If you handle the situation on the ground.
So I'm still trying to figure out. She takes the end in her rain slick hand and starts untying the knot. The end of what? I guess the rope mooring the boat. But I feel like that I'm confused by.
Yeah. It must be.
I don't know.
There are no employers. She's a member of the board. Probably a partner.
You are the citizens' militia. There are no superiors.
What?
That's right, detective. And next time, you should confer with them before you go setting events in motion.
Well, fuck off,
Events
Kim.
are already
Kim.
in motion. Whether your actions accelerated or momentarily retarded their progress, even the lieutenant cannot really say.
Yeah.
I have not deceived you. I told you exactly who I was. Rejoice Layton.
That's not what your name title card says. So I feel like I was a little bit misled and deceived.
A little bit deceived.
Yes, Mr. Clare has a 2-month head start. I can't let it grow any bigger. And I've exhausted all my options from here. Keep the peace, and I will keep my end of the bargain.
How far along is Cronell's investigation?
The confrontation is imminent. They have followed in your footsteps. As your investigation reaches a climax, so does theirs. They are your shadow. Arm yourselves. Armor yourselves.
Well, I'm two out of 4 on the way
Protect
there.
their targets. Violence may be unavoidable, but we can limit the casualties. Soon. I do not know precisely. They have cut off all communication, you see. They know I've been feeding you information. One last thing, Lieutenant Dubois. I've given the matter much thought and come to this conclusion. You're not an amnesiac. You're insane.
Well, what do you mean by that?
I know.
Oh.
Because I, too, am insane. I just hide my illness better. And I'm rich.
I'm cool.
No, detective. No one's as insane as you.
Don't worry, madame. I am very sane.
I'm overexposed, baby. My travels take me through the pale dozens of times a year. I've got the longing. And I've got it bad.
I want to hear her say, I'm overexposed, baby, again.
I'm overexposed,
Yeah.
baby. My
I'm
travels take me through
overexposed,
the
baby.
pale dozens of times. The
I
same
like that a
strict
lot.
psychological regimen the 8th Admiral developed when he crossed the Pale and discovered this Isola, the Volta do Mar. It's used by inter-Islary travelers and other troubled souls, even
So-
to this day.
I can't tell if she's talking in metaphor or not, but is this basically just ocean madness or something?
You could use a little
I don't
of it
know.
yourself.
Alright, well.
I got all kinds of thoughts about this right now.
Yeah, well, see ya.
Watch out for yourselves. They will strike soon.
Secret task complete. Find solution to strike deadlock.
The lieutenant watches her.
Why do I
boat
not
go
feel good
smaller
about
on the bay.
that?
Its white
No,
sails
me neither.
fluttering. You wonder what Everard has to say about this. Slowly, the sails turn grey-blue as more oxygen gets between you.
Kim has nothing to say about any of this? Oop,
Yes.
create an autosave. Tell me about the case
Do you want
again.
to know?
Go over the preliminary information.
There's no 3 days during.
Oh my god, no, actually, get me out of here.
You did it. You did it.
We did
Okay.
get a new, we leveled up and got a new thought. Yeah, Union and cryptozoology business might end when you do. Alright, so let's chill on that. The insulin
88% to
DMV
Arno.
Wow, this is a long time to research. Huh. Well, I want to research this, so let's delete communism, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Let's get another. We have to burn a bunch of time anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So it's good.
To get to our gun.
The better we get that in here, the sooner we get it in, the better. Well, I guess let's go talk to Everard now, huh?
I guess so. We should probably save when we get to Everett before we talk to him.
Yeah. Let's fast travel. Man. Yeah, I'm
Droplets of rain
Hold that
fall
thought.
on in the white on blue police livery of the motor carriage. Do something important? Something murder-related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery. This is a Caprice Canema.
It really is just giving us lore about this fucking car right now, huh?
Air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine.
Yeah, like a lot of it.
What?
Weird timing.
What a weird time for this to have popped up. It's so fucking weird.
Bizarre. Kilometers per hour in 13.5 seconds. The high center of balance is offset by a large battery bank mounted at the bottom of, due to a quite steep price tag.
You want to take a closer look? 130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter.
I don't care about cars in real life, and I definitely don't care about fake cars.
Yeah, not in the video game.
Yes.
Not with what we're talking about.
Helium headlights.
But Kim, you know what? Kim loves this car, it seems like.
Fitted with some proper.
We are not going to, though. Because...
Alright, now we've finished our Arno van Eyck.
Arno van Eyck. Okay, so Egghead is clearly not Van Eyck in disguise. Van Eyck is an Oranese disc jockey, but those people get around.
Reveals Arno
Wow.
van Eyck gig posters in the world. What the hell? So we can retry some skill checks now, at least. Wash basin. Oh, I don't remember what that was. No. Look at the bullet again, I guess. It didn't reopen this one though. So what does it mean by all motoring skill checks are re-enabled?
Yeah, weird. Not those two, I guess.
Jason Morel. Yeah, let's see. I am gonna go in here real quick just to see if I can retry the one with that guy anyway, because I want to. But
fair.
Yeah, so I mean, if Joyce is gonna let them have the harbor, I mean that's pretty much what they want. I think that might actually be like of the options, it's better than war, I think. But I'm still not like satisfied with the way things went.
Officers.
Yeah, I don't feel good about it, but like maybe less people are actually going to die now, so net win, I guess.
Hello. Lena and I were just discussing the design.
You look down.
Really?
Yes, sweet.
I mean, let me try again. So, shit, get me out of here.
All mean.
Okay. If you let me try again, I had to try again. And you know, we can try this. Look at this bullet again too, for whatever reason.
Was that one of the ones that it was marked as not being trial again?
In a plastic bag
No, that one was with that guy.
Okay.
It was just the one with Gary we couldn't, and the one with the guy who's dead.
You can't remember what happened last week. What makes you?
All right, well.
All right, I get it. Jeez.
Damage my morale some more. See if I care. Get me out of here. Let me leave. Why can't I use the fucking door, dude?
He's having a hell of a time with it right now. Wow.
That Arno van Eyck one seems super useless. So we can dump that when we get to the skill point and throw in
oh yeah,
the coach physical instrument or whatever. Although I wonder if finding the posters is what will let us be able to complete that quest.
Like find the base.
Yeah, like there's one right there. Like I saw that and walked up to it and got a little, but it didn't actually help with the quest in any way, so maybe not. I don't know. Let's go talk to Everett and see what he has to say. I mean, I don't think he should be mad because we basically did what he wanted, right?
I guess so.
Like, it's not gonna go to war, but they're gonna give them control over the docks, it sounds like. At least that's what Joyce said she's going to try and have the board do. So.
Yeah, like he does get his goal in a roundabout way.
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna get his goal in an easier way for him, I would think. Theoretically. Assuming the military guys, the Krenel dudes don't start blasting.
Yeah, which is
possible.
Not a guarantee. Yeah.
That's the other quest line we need to see to this conclusion. I don't know. Right now, I'm just imagining one person who's made it this far in the series going, "You fucking buffoons! You are getting the bad ending now.
Oh yeah.
The whole town will die, and it is your fault." But what are you gonna do? Sometimes the whole town has to die.
I mean, we're gonna have a gun. Worst case scenario, we could shoot Everett in the head.
Actually, speaking of, I was actually not speaking of the gun. Reminding of coming this way. Completely forgot we had that side quest to investigate like the weird soup or whatever that I mashed through, and then got a task all of a sudden about.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk to the dude in the kitchen.
Yeah. Actually, also before I talk to Everett, I want to see resolution of the strike deadlock. There's a secret way to solve the deadlock. It's not easy. It includes a lot of back and forth between the two sides, but it's possible. Okay, so I mean, we finished the secret task, so we did it. We okay, yeah. I guess we ended the deadlock, maybe not in a way that's ideal.
Good.
But I will quick save here before we talk to Everett.
Yeah, good call. In case somebody pops out of a locker and shoots us in the head.
The ship has sailed. Did you see it? I know you did. Tell me, what did it look like as it grew smaller and smaller? When that mainsail dropped behind the horizon.
Joyce took away our boat and didn't take us to the fucking island, too.
Did it look like a germ? Did it look like a piece of bacteria?
His jaw is clenched, and his quadruple chin is quivering with hatred. This is decades of hatred speaking right now. Oh my god, you've been played.
I've been played? Fuck.
You wanted us to relay all this information to her.
That this is a takeover? That I want a war? God, I hope you also told her about the drug trade. They absolutely hate getting their hands
I
dirty
don't
with
think
that.
I did tell her about the drugs, at least.
You can kill 1 million people, but if you do something the police doesn't like, well, then you're out of the yacht club. Goodbye, you inhuman fuck. No, Harry. What we have is real. We're working men. This here is real.
In there, under pillows of winter fat, his stress-ridden heart still beats furiously.
Harry, I can't see into the future. We are all playing by ear on this planet. I had no idea she'd react so strongly. I did. I knew the negotiations would go better with police officers telling her horror stories from inside the harbour. It's scarier this way. Turns out it was a magnificent strategy. I never thought it'd so fundamentally fuck her up.
Huh. Well, actually, so wait, if Everett's saying he was telling us things way worse than he actually wanted them to be, maybe all of a sudden I instantly do a 180 and I think I did a good thing and I'm on Everett's side and everything's going great, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know, we'll see what he says.
Harry, I bugged her cabin. I bugged her whole boat. I had cameras surveying her boat. Hell, I even wanted to bug that thermal cap, but my boys advised against it. Not me personally. I had guys recording and processing this information for me. Hell no, they'd fuck it up. They can't do anything right. I mean my real boys.
I love him shit-talking the Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
Where are these boys?
They sure as hell aren't hanging out in the open with beers in their hands for the cops to question. They're pros, Mr. Kitsuragi.
Yeah, that's wild. You gotta do all that
Harry,
stuff.
you made a conscious decision to relay that information to her. You could have kept it for yourself.
But she
True.
told me a beautiful story.
Of course she did. Rich people have the best stories about all the interesting things they've done and seen, all the beautiful places they've been to. It's just sentimentalism. She can afford to be sentimental, and she can afford to lose as well. She's not insane. What did she tell you?
She's overradiated from pale transit.
No, she's not. She's a sentimental alcoholic. They all are. Never take a drop and you'll be 8 laps ahead of those upper-class winos. Just like old Mr. Clare here. Try it. You'll be a real super detective.
I'm gonna tell him to fuck off.
See, this is what they want us to do. Suck on that sugar and wine teat until we're insane like they are. You gotta be smarter than that, Harry, or you'll lose. Against you? Oh, Harry, I'd like to think I used it for you. What was always going to happen? We take the harbour and she fucks off to Ozon, uncorks a bottle of wine, calls her partners, and says they need to distance themselves from this nasty business before the big shit spinner splashes everyone. Only difference is the Union doesn't have to lose 2,000 men to machine gun fire.
So I'll get to fuck you over in the end, not the other way around.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I have a bad taste in my mouth. You should make sure this ends up saving lives. Yeah.
That it will.
Yeah,
Harry, that it will.
I agree.
As to the bad taste, please, you're not a sommelier. You're a cop. You knew something big, and you wanted to see what happens when you tell someone. So
Kinda
you
true.
told her. Anyone who's ever been close to power will tell
Yeah.
Inside
Yeah,
information is the
Everett's got us
sweetest thing
fucking
in the
pegged,
world.
I
unfortunately.
do like picking dialogue options, man. Fuck.
It's better than money. It's better than
Might get
pussy.
experience.
Money only makes you
Oh.
special for some salesmen. Pussy only makes you special for yourself.
Cursing.
Information makes you special for all mankind. It's the ticket to history. Right on, Harry. What you did was participate in history. When history calls, you have to pick up. You had no choice. None of us ever do. A hard disco cop like you, I knew you weren't one to resist
A
temptation.
hard disco cop.
You know what, Detective?
He does know all the
I'm
right
going
buttons to
leave this
push.
out of my reports, and I suggest you leave it out of yours too.
Just look at the three of us. The three careless boyaderos. Good times. Good times.
Okay.
Okay. Hell yes, it is. Now, there's a whole lot of work to do. For me and for you. I suppose there was a reason you came here, so let's get to it. What can I help my best friend
Hey,
and
Everett,
comrade with today?
that was
I'm
the
always
reason.
Happy to educate. Most certainly, Harry.
Wait.
Nothing brightens my day
I don't
like
know.
brainstorming
Might as well tell him,
these
I
things
guess.
with you. So they shot him.
He was shot in the head before he was hanged.
How odd. I don't know what to say, Lieutenant. They told me they hanged him. A hanged man is what I saw when I took a look into that yard.
It's impossible to say if he's telling the truth, sire.
What I do know
Helpful.
is the
Nope,
case
nothing.
is in
Alright,
safe
well.
hands. If anyone can get to the bottom of this shot and hanged man, it's my two little policemen. Godspeed, policemen. By all means.
Man, Everett's voice actor puts in some fucking work though. His fucking weaselly little. It's good.
Yeah, he's perfect.
policeman.
It's wild. I remember hearing something about this game before I even knew we were going to play it. That for the final cut, the developers themselves, like rather than getting the voice acting like outsourced to anybody else for like casting and stuff like that, like the devs themselves actually like casted and vetted every person who was going to voice act a character in this game, and they did a phenomenal job picking the Everett guy.
Yeah, that was a good one for sure. I'm trying to remember now. There was someone recently who we were making fun of. That the Hardy Titus has a not
Yeah.
the best, but Everett's pretty good.
Yeah, Everett's.
Actually, wait, this guy died. Maybe there'll actually be something new here, because the guy who's usually here is dead.
This, generally speaking, it would
Holy
be
shit.
I suppose René is not going to be needing it anymore. It's a bit too colorful for my taste, though.
You're a genius.
Fantastic. Try not to wear it with
Got new
other
clothes.
similarly colorful clothing.
The
Take a
chair
rest.
is not as austere as the rest of the booth. A thin grey pillow is attached.
We need to
the
kill some
seat,
time anyway, so it's,
secured
you know.
to the stiles by black
Yep.
ribbons. The drawers are empty, save for old timesheets and receipts. One small box, however, does hold some cheap painkillers.
I'm gonna take him.
That you take the painkillers.
Sweet.
They are yours now.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
Sweet.
where to start? Elevated risk of dementia, mini strokes, Prophet's disease, sudden
Some of these
death,
are really good.
hair death, erectile malfunction.
Yeah.
Critical flatulence is pretty good.
That's the one I'm looking at.
Mucus, uncontrollable weeping, increased sensitivity to La Opera, inoperable joint
Now,
disorder, total spinal
Here's my
sickness.
fear. Is when I press continue, it's gonna be like the numbers, and it's just gonna be more more errors for 100,000
Maybe
lines.
this was a bad idea.
Oh, okay. We're good.
Damn, that would have been good.
You stand.
Oh, hey, you know, I'm once again I am a genius. So there are new clothes. No, I'm good. But hey,
Yeah, I think at this point we got our outfit pretty locked, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I wish we had full power armor.
Yeah.
What sounds like is about to go down, but
Well, it seems like, I mean, it says it'll end the stuff with the Union and like cryptozoologists, but I mean, maybe there's still more side quests that can be done after the fact of like confronting Ruby, because yeah, I don't know. But